Hi everyone. Today we are going to see this question. If I read the question, we do have two statements. Tobacco is a kind of drug. People have been free to use it. Something that it should be illegal to use it, comparing with other drugs. To what extent do you agree or disagree? The question is an opinion, personal viewpoint question. It asks you your own stand about statements here. The fact is that tobacco is a kind of drug and people have been free to use it. So they are free to use it. So there is no restriction. Some people think that it should be illegal to use, comparing something that it should be illegal to use it, comparing with other drugs. When it is compared with other drugs, it is illegal to use. To what extent do you agree or disagree? So the question is, it seems to be very simple, but actually if you go in depth, it has some problems here. Let's analyze these things here. Tobacco is a kind of drug. The fact is that tobacco is a drug. And this drug is used by people for several years. So as far as this is considered as a drug, it should be illegal. The use of tobacco should be made illegal, as same as other drugs. So the question is well understood. Now we have to go ahead with the introduction here. This introduction, it is suggested by some people think that being classified as a type of drug, yes, it is classified as a type of drug. Tobacco should be made illegal and should be treated as same as other toxic drugs. Yeah. But we missed something. It have been free. People have been free to use it. It is not a matter here. Actually, this point matches with this point. This is a subsidiary fact. The main fact is, number one, tobacco is a drug. Secondary fact is it should be banned, as it's considered as same as other drugs. Now, my statement is given. I believe instead of banning tobacco sales and products made of it, now I can use this particular word. People have been free to use it. Let me see that. I believe instead of banning tobacco sales and products made of it, which have been popular, so I believe instead of banning tobacco products, which have been popular, authorities should regulate its production. Now it has become clear. When we look at the introduction, so we have got point number 1. Tobacco is a kind of drug, same as other toxic drug. People have been free to use it, have been popular. It should be illegal to use. It should be made illegal. Some people think it is suggested by some. Done. So every aspect of the question is there in the introduction. We have not missed out anything special. Now let's move on to the thesis statement. What we are going to discuss in the coming paragraph. I believe instead of banning tobacco products which have been popular, authorities should regulate its production. That's it. So instead of banning these products, governments or authorities, whoever the governing bodies, they should take appropriate steps to manage its production. Appropriate production. We should not have a surplus production. When we have a surplus production of tobacco in the market, we will be having surplus products made of tobacco. Maybe new inventions will be there. I don't know. So it should be regulated instead of banning. So whether I agree or disagree, I disagree. I disagree that a ban is unnecessary. Instead of the ban, my suggestion is regulation of its production. So this is what I am going to explain in the coming paragraphs. What exactly the question says, it is there. The answer is there. Do you agree? I don't agree to a ban. It should go on. Tobacco is necessary. It cannot be banned. But we need a regulation in the production of tobacco. This is what we have said in the thesis statement. Now let's see why they have said like that. Why you disagree to the statement? Why you disagree? The reason why I disagree, the primary reason why I disagree is because of the fact that the prohibition of any substance would attract more people towards it. Okay. If you don't have a particular product, see, for like rare objects, will be having more demand. See, for example, gold, diamond, these are all not as seen as salt and rocks. So naturally, if it was seen abundantly, then no one would mind it. So the rare objects, when it is made illegal, naturally it will be out of the market. So a prohibition is there. When there is a prohibition, naturally what happens, people will be curious to acquire it. It will attract more people because They think that this is something special, so naturally they will be behind it. To be precise, so we have got the primary reason. To be precise, when a drug is made illegal, so this point is explained here. To be precise, when a drug is made illegal, if this thing happens, antisocials are most likely to concentrate in the distribution of this by means of smuggling and other methods. So this is an opportunity for the wrongdoers, the antisocial, who are waiting for something. So when you get this opportunity, this is a golden opportunity for these people. They will be taking care of this thing. They'll manage the production, they'll manage the distribution, they'll manage the wholesale and retail, everything. It can be done by smuggling, it can be done by other methods, I don't know. And when this is a profitable business, and when this is done, more people this would attract more people towards crime, and the social harmony would get disturbed. So I have to see something else here. To be precise, when the drug is made illegal, antisocials are most likely to concentrate in distribution by means of other methods to gain to roll on money. It means to gather money, to earn money a lot. So this is an opportunity to make them make money. And when you can see that smuggling is an area, when you smuggle these things, if you get a lot of money, this would definitely attract a lot of people towards crime. Not even who are really into the crime, they will be gradually attracted to this. The social harmony would get disturbed. This is the first particular point. It is explained. The format is, the fact is presented first. It is explained in the second sentence, and the examples are given in the third sentence. Okay. Now, I look on the second point. Another point which has to be noted, one more point is there, is because tobacco is not only used as a drug. So why you are against the ban? Number one, you told it will be backstab, it will be counteracting. Number two, it is because tobacco is not only used as a drug or as an ingredient in cigarettes, which causes cancer or other dreadful diseases. It is not a product which is used in cigarettes and other things which can cause dreadful diseases. It's not just that thing. A sizable proportion of tobacco produced across the world is used to make insecticides. So tobacco is used to make insecticides and in the production of other useful drugs. For example, many life-saving drugs have tobacco as its basic ingredient. We have tobacco as a basic ingredient in some life-saving drugs. So it is used for good purposes too. And if it is banned, then there will be a problem. Then we will not be having the supply of this thing. Now, the last point, finally, the huge revenue governments get from tax from the sale of tobacco products is a deterrent factor behind its prohibition. So behind its prohibition, there is a deterrent factor, and that is governments will lose a lot of revenue when you ban tobacco. Now, these are the factors I can say that I disagree to the point because of these three factors. One, if you ban, it will be backstabbing you, counteract. The second point is that if you ban, then the other uses of tobacco, medicinal properties, all these things cannot be done. The third is governments will be having a huge revenue loss. That's not explained, it can be understood. After analyzing the aforementioned factors, you can see the aforementioned factors, we have analyzed it in detail. It is clear, yeah, it's very clear, that the regulation of production of tobacco is highly recommended than banning it. From the commercial sector. So when we need to regulate its production, so we have analyzed the factors which we have said, we have seen three factors, and from these three factors we have understood that it is a regulation of production of tobacco. Tobacco production must be regulated than banning. I didn't understand, so I have to make it clear. To be clearer, when governments can control the amount of its production based on its productive usage, the negative effects caused by tobacco can be mitigated. So if the governments can control the amount of its production, so how productive usage, you know, that you are using it for some medicinal purpose, you have using it for some insecticidal purpose, you need that much production only, so you produce that much only. The production, the cultivation is regulated by the government based on the requirement in the good sector, in where the good tobacco is used in a good way. And if this is done, there'll be naturally a shortage in the other thing, the entertainment purpose, smoking or some other chewing tobacco or something like that. So what happens is that when there is a shortage of this thing, I have not explained this thing here, when the production is regulated by the government based on its requirement, good requirements, say for example making medicinal drugs or insecticides, what happens is that you will be getting the availability of raw tobacco in the market. So for entertainment purpose, for cigarettes and for other tobacco products, the raw materials will be less. When there is a shortage in the supply, what naturally happens is that the demand will go up. So the demand of tobacco and tobacco products will go up. So naturally, when the demand goes up, the price increases. When the price increases, the governments can earn more revenue. If I am producing 100 packet cigarettes in a locality, right now I am producing only 10 packet cigarettes. I can sell these 10 packets. The amount of production is less. Cigarettes are produced, but it's available in the market on a lesser scale, on a fewer scale, but you won't be getting abundantly, no abundant production. So naturally the usage will go down. and the price of the commodity will go up. So it has two-sided benefit. One thing is that the government can add its revenue. The second thing is that it can bring down the usage of cigarettes and tobacco products. I've not mentioned it in detail here because I had to concise this thing. I have to make it concise, though, so I have not done it. It would have been better if I have made it clear, a little bit more clear. Okay, so I said something in general there. Now we have concluded. To conclude, there is no doubt that when tobacco is used as a drug for recreational purposes, for smoking, for some other recreational purposes, when it is used, it can cause deleterious effects to humans. It's very dangerous. And however, to prevent this, to prevent the negative effects of tobaccos on the general public, each and every governments have to regulate its production rather than banning it completely. So this is what we have said in this particular essay explanation. I hope you must have understood from the very beginning till the end. Okay. Thank you, one and all.